Hey everyone, it's Kelly, and I want to ask you today, have you heard about Mel Robbins' Let Them theory? I'm going to link her podcast in the description box below so that you can listen to the whole episode on it and check it out for yourself. It is so liberating, and yet it is so simple. I think this is a really wonderful tool for teachers that is going to save you so much stress. And I have to tell you that I left the classroom 2 years ago now, but if I would have known about the let them theory back then, I almost, that I might have been able to stay and keep teaching in the classroom because it would have saved me so much stress. And I want to save you, my friends, my teachers out there, some stress too. And that's why I'm sharing this with you today. Mel Robbins' Let Them Theory Teacher Edition. My name is Kelly. I am the host of this YouTube channel, Tutoring Tips for Teachers, and the Tutoring Tips for Teachers Facebook group. I was a classroom teacher for 20 years, and then after 20 years, I was just totally burnt out, and I left the classroom to work in my own tutoring business. And so many teachers ask me, Kelly, how did you start your own tutoring business and be able to leave the classroom? Well, I've written a book about it, and I will link that book in the description box below. It's free. It is a short, sweet little ebook that tells my story about how I left the classroom to start my own tutoring business and gives you some tips on how you can start your own tutoring business too and start making money outside of the classroom and have that freedom to teach outside of those classroom walls. It's really, really wonderful. But now, getting back to Mel Robbins' Let Them theory, Teacher Edition. First of all, what is the Let Them theory anyway? Well, like I said, I'm going to link her podcast below so you can listen to the whole episode and find out for yourself. But I'm going to summarize it for you right here. The Let Them theory is basically a theory or a thought that when someone is doing something that bothers you, as long as it's not like threatening your physical well-being or safety, you just let them do it. So if somebody is being really annoying, you just let them. You don't worry about it. You don't let it bother you. You don't let it hurt your feelings. You don't let it get to you. You don't try to control that person or that situation. You just let them be. And I'm going to give you a few examples of how this would work for teachers. And these are examples from my own personal professional experience, things that actually happened in my teaching life that if I would have known about the let them theory and been practicing it at that time, I think I would have been a much happier teacher and much less stressed out. So I'm hoping that all of you watching this video are going to be able to take this theory and apply it to your own teaching life if you are in the classroom because it's going to help you be so much less stressed. And share this video with all your teacher besties because we just want to make life easier for teachers. That is what this channel is all about. And we want to help you to start your own tutoring business, your tutoring side hustle too. That's what we do on this channel too. But we want to make your life easier as a teacher, let you be able to create your own income, let you have the energy to do things outside of the classroom and start building a life for yourself beyond those classroom walls. And I think this theory is going to really help you do that. Okay, so let's take the let them theory and apply it to something that I think we've probably all experienced as teachers. I know that I definitely experienced this in my career, and that is nasty administrators, principals, head teachers, whatever you call them, wherever you are in the world. They're those people that are supposed to be in charge of the school, but sometimes they are just really awful. Now, as I was thinking about this YouTube video, I was thinking it's kind of sad that I think and have thought and have given a lot more of my time and energy and mental space to those horrible, nasty administrators that I worked for than I did ever to the good ones, because there are some good ones out there. There are some wonderful school leaders, and I've worked for them as well. And I really wish that I would have spent more time thinking about how amazing they are and how grateful I was to work with them than I did being bummed out by the nasty, horrible ones. And if I would have known about this let them theory back then, I probably would have done that. Anyway, here's how this theory applies to your nasty principal, your nasty administrator. So you have this school leader who is supposed to be in charge of the school, supposed to be a leader, but they don't show a lot of leadership skills, okay? In my experience from things that happened to me in my teaching career, they would bully, they would micromanage, they would be unrealistic with their demands. They would be often incompetent. Like, how much time did they actually spend in the classroom? 5 minutes before they became a principal? They would show favoritism. So some of your colleagues might get special treatment. Well, you got treated like dirt. They would, in some cases, and this is really awful, publicly shame teachers, myself included, and many of my colleagues, in staff meetings if they happen to be, ticked off at you that day, or they didn't like something you did, or you spoke out about something. They would publicly shame you in a staff meeting. And they were just really, like, difficult to work with, and they'd be constantly just pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing their staff, and just, like, doing all these, like, negative little things that got people really upset and really down and created a horrible toxic environment in the school. And I would get so upset by this stuff. I would get so annoyed by it. And then, once they did one thing, then they would do another thing, I'd get even more annoyed, and then another thing, I'd get even more upset by them, and they would just start to snowball to the point where, like, even just looking at them was really triggering for me, and I'd be like, "I don't wanna see you. I can't stand you." So, I think I'm not the only teacher that has felt like this, though, because I've seen so many other teachers report feelings like this, in Facebook groups and people that I've spoken to and my teacher friends. Like, this has happened to pretty much everybody at some point in their career. But imagine if you applied the let them theory. How would that change the situation? So your principal is, micromanaging you again. You've got to hand in your day plans every single day. We're going to do a walkthrough of your classroom and criticize everything you're doing. What if you just said, "Okay, go. Let them. Sure. No problem. I write day plans every day anyway, so I'll hand them in to you. You want to criticize them and tear them apart? Go ahead. I'm just gonna let you do it, and I'm not gonna let it bother me because those day plans are good enough for me, and they're good enough for my class, and I can teach amazingly with them. So if you don't like them, that's your choice. Just let them be. Let them micromanage. Let them criticize everything you do. Let them have their favorites. Let them publicly shame you if that's what they're gonna do, right? Don't let it bother you. You see them do it to other people too. Don't take it personally. Let them just be that really incompetent, awful type of leader that they are. There's nothing you can do about it. Getting upset about it is not gonna help. So just let them. Just just feel the stress, like, coming off of you when you imagine just just letting it be, just not even worrying about them, not even giving those nasty administrators your mental space, not even giving them your energy, just let it be. Give that energy to your class, to your students. They're the ones that actually deserve it, right? And I think that it probably is possible to be a really effective and happy teacher even with a nasty, horrible administrator at the helm. I've seen other teachers do it, and I always wonder, what is their secret? And now I know they were probably, in their way, practicing Mel Robbins' let them theory. So there's one way that this let them theory can save you so much stress at your school and in your classroom. So if you're struggling with a nasty administrator who's micromanaging you, bullying you, creating a toxic environment in your school, just try it. Just try it. Try it tomorrow. Try it tomorrow. Try it right now. Try to just say, just gonna let them. Just gonna let them be. I'm just gonna let them lead in the way that they are choosing to lead. I can't do anything about it, so I'm just gonna let it be. And tell me in the comments if that does not reduce your stress by like 95%. Let me know in the comments how this works out for you. This could also apply to parents that complain about everything, right? Colleagues that get on your nerves, and maybe they're really lazy, or maybe they just like to nitpick about everything and they like to have everything their way. Let them. Just let them. Just let it be. And see how much stress just rolls off of you. So, if you're in a school that's relatively safe and maybe just like more or less annoying and stressful, just has some difficult people to work with, then I think this is really going to help you. I know that if I were in a school like that and were practicing the let them theory, like I said, I might still be teaching in the classroom because this would just relieve so much of my stress. Just let them. Try it and see what happens. And I want to know in the comments if this let them theory is working for you, if it is making your life as a teacher easier, better. That's my goal for you. That's my hope for you. That's my dream for you, is that you will have a beautiful teaching life and a beautiful tutoring life. So if the let them theory is working for you, I would love to hear about it and how you are applying it to your own teacher situation. I really hope this tip helps you. It's a really important one because any tip that deals with stress and well-being for teachers to me is like those are my favorite kind of tips. Those are the tips that I love to get for myself, and those are the tips that I love to share the most with you. So try it out. Check out Mel Robbins' podcast in the description box below. Download that ebook about tutoring dreams, about how I went through the process of leaving the classroom myself to start my own tutoring business, and hopefully you'll get some tips from there. And join us on Facebook at the Tutoring Tips for Teachers Facebook group. I can't wait to see you there. And now let's just go and let them, let it be, and live a little bit more stress-free. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.